Hello, my name is Daniel. Today me and my group members, Syuwaibah, Alia and also Syamimi will present about Huanxi Media Group. Now, can we start with a bit of introduction by Miss Syamimi? Sure we can. Alright Miss Syamimi, you may proceed. Okay.
Hi, so I will explain about the background of the company as we have chosen Hong Kong's top films and television company, which is Huanxi Media Group. Huanxi Media Group is an innovative media company in China engaging in the media and entertainment related business, which include development and investment in films and television drama series, as well as operations of streaming platform. The company was founded by Mr. Dong Ping, Ning Hao, Xu Zheng and Steven Xiang in 2015 and listed on Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Ownership interests of the number top Chinese movie director in the company closely align interests of the ownership with those Chinese top movie director, which allows Huanxi to have the right to produce high-quality movies and drama series for internet media platform. Huanxi has the exclusive right to invest and produce films by China's most prominent directors for multiple years. Besides, Huanxi's goal is to become the most important producer of high-quality content to cinematic release as well as media distribution platforms in China. Furthermore, Huanxi.com and its apps provide viewers with commercial-free, easy-to-use, and high-quality content and is offer a great user experience of cinematic audio visuals enjoyment across multiple devices, which is a PC, mobile and TV. So the reason why we choose this company is because Huanxi Media Group is one of the company that most affected due to COVID-19 outbreak in Wuhan in January. This situation forced many Chinese cinema to close down due to growing coronavirus epidemic. The company has attracted our interest as this epidemic give an impact on their company's films and TV series copyright productions and distribution plans. As know that, the company main business are film and TV series copyright, box office share, and film copyright investment and other media related segment. On top of that, we are very impressed by how quickly Huanxi Media Group respond to this crisis and come up with innovative solutions and agility in counter the issue that they face in order for them to continue survive during the pandemic. After they had to bear losses $1 million on its New Year themes movie as it was supposedly to release their biggest movie of the year, which is Lost in Russia, as the films originally planned to debut in Chinese mainland cinema, and it was expected to be one of the big theatrical blockbuster of Lunar New Year seasons in 2020, as the company had committed to a theatrical minimum guarantee deals and expected billions of yuan in gross box office revenues. I think that's all from me.
Wow, Miss Syamimi, that's a very good introduction. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Well, next up, we're gonna present about changes faced by Huanxi. Who's gonna present that, Miss Syamimi? I think that's you. Oh really? Yes. Okay, get away. Right, now let me present about changes. Okay, we already learned what is Huanxi Media Group. Now let's talk about changes faced by Huanxi. During the pandemic, Huanxi decided to go through a business model change. Why would Huanxi do that? Well, as it turns out, Huanxi spent tens of millions of dollars just to produce a movie and found out at the last minute that it can't be released. So Huanxi is facing a big problem here. Then they decided that a change of business model needed to be made and risked alienating their own core customers, which are the movie theaters. Changing your business model is not a walk in a park. There are some giant challenges that companies have to face when they decide to change their business model. According to Force and CB 2016, there are actually 5 challenges that companies would face. The first one being bias of the traditional business model. Next is lack of know-how. Third, inherent complexity. leadership gap, and lastly, resistance to change. Okay, let's talk a bit about each of these points. The first one is bias of current business model. It means that when trying to create the new business model, organizational members tend to suggest points from the old business model because this is the business model that they are more familiar with. Next is lack of know-how. Lack of know-how means that organizational leaders tend to have lack of comprehension about their current business model and will fail when trying to make an improvement or change to a better business model. That is inherent complexity. Business models are complex, that's a fact. And changing to a new one requires a lot of understanding, and it involves a lot of uncertainty. And when there's uncertainty, people are reluctant to venture in. Leadership gap, it basically talks about how leaders have no effective authority and are incapable of enforcing changes. When doing something new, organizational members will feel at loss. So, leaders need to be efficient and effective and direct them to the right direction. Last but not least is organizational resistance. Resistance is bound to happen when we are implementing something new. Employees will feel demotivated and conflicts will arise. So, organizational leaders need to know how to contain this problem and issue. There are a lot of things that one has to consider when going through a business model change, but these are not the only things that one has to think about. This pandemic is a natural disaster, and according to Access 2020, 40% of businesses do not reopen following a disaster. 25% fail within a year, and 90% of companies fail within 2 years of being struck by a disaster. This is definitely something that they have to think about. Let's talk about the next change faced by Huanxi. So Huanxi decided to do a joint venture. Why? Movie theaters are empty and about 70,000 of movie theaters had to close their doors. Huanxi stood to lose millions on a New Year themed movie called Lost in Russia. So, in order to save their money, Huanxi decided to fundamentally change its distribution approach and turn on an unlikely partner, which is ByteDance. Okay, now let's talk about some facts. Joint ventures have their own risks. According to a statistic by Rinaldo and Ullahner 2014, 44% of joint ventures did not meet or exceed any expectations. And 19% out of that 44% did not even benefit their parents' company at all. This is really something to think about. According to Herb Cannon, these are the top 10 joint venture problems. 10. Lack of joint venture experience. 9. Competing against your joint venture partners on other projects. 8. No joint control of the cash. 7. Thinking your joint venture partner is a good business person. 6. Failure to recognize that there is no such thing as equal partners. 5. Your joint venture partners have a conflict of interest. 4. Thinking your joint venture partners will look out for your interest. 3. Forgetting that now you have a partner. 2. No regular financial update. And 1. There is no way to end a joint venture. Well, that's all from me about changes faced by Huanxi. Wow, that is some troublesome issue Huanxi faced. Wait, who's that? It's me, Syuwaibah. Oh, Syuwaibah, you ready to present how to overcome those issues? Of course. Take the stage. Let's go.
In response to the issue addressed just now, let's see what Huanxi Media did to overcome its problem. Well, luckily, Huanxi Media is not resist to change. In fact, they are very agile in their business. Agility is about linking hyper-awareness with decision-making and decision-making with actions all at speed. In a clear demonstration of agility, Huanxi decided to, firstly, change their business model. Faced with prospect of empty cinemas, Huanxi radically changed its film distribution approach. From brick-and-mortar approach where people have to physically come to cinemas to enjoy movie, Huanxi opened a new path for its film distribution by developing online platform for viewers to stream their movies, which is through its Huanxi Premium. These apps provide viewers with commercial-free, easy-to-use, and high-quality content and offer great user experience of cinematic audiovisual enjoyment across multiple devices such as PC, mobile, and TV. Besides that, Huanxi also prior improved its website presentation as they know soon curious visitor will be crushing according to the successful movie promotion through ByteDance platforms. Here is the snip how interesting their website is. Secondly, Huanxi decided to turn on an unlikely partner, ByteDance, for joint venture. Joint venture is the act of exchanging pool of resources, work together with shared purpose. It is done by mutually taking advantages on opponents' pros to solve problems that none could done independently. ByteDance is the Chinese company behind the blockbuster app TikTok, along with a number of native Chinese apps like Douyin, 今日头条, Sigua Video, Huoshan Video, whom has millions of active users daily. With intention to benefit from this massive crowd to boost its film promotion, Huanxi offered ByteDance an exclusive access to Lost of Russia, the New Year theme movie that they planned to release in all cinemas across country but was cancelled due to COVID-19. Extension to that, Huanxi also offer a portfolio of other Huanxi movies and TV shows to live stream across ByteDance platform. This JV is very significant as Huanxi wouldn't have a better platform to advertise and promoting Lost of Russia, and ByteDance wouldn't have any easier and charisma platform to gain more followers in a short time. So far, these are the two alternatives that Huanxi Media took for their change and development efforts due to COVID-19. And the most impressive part is this huge deal was done in just less than 24 hours. So that's all for now. See you in the next discussion.
Wow, Huanxi had some great initiatives. I couldn't agree more, Daniel. Well, but is their action effective though? Well, let me enlighten you, Daniel. I'm going to present again.
Hi, it's me again. Now let's discuss how effective the interventions were. Huanxi Media decision in changing business model and joint venture with ByteDance was huge success. Huanxi achieved its target and gained much profit from that collaboration. Lost in Russia movie was advertised on ByteDance platform and racked up an astonishing 600 million views in just 2 days. It was a good publicity for the movie. Huanxi covered its development costs and reached a larger audience than it otherwise would have managed. Aside than the success promotion, Huanxi also generate revenues in return of giving its exclusive access for 630 million yuan, which about 91 million USD, along with a share of advertising at ByteDance. That is a very good deal, which is 3 in 1: movie promotion, payment for exclusive access, and a share of advertising revenue. Of course, in this joint venture, not only Huanxi Media, ByteDance gained its own benefits as well. ByteDance managed to significantly increase its user base, gain additional revenues, and entertain users who were otherwise trapped in their home, which is a key growth benchmark for digital giants like them. Well, this intervention create win-win situation for both parties. The joint venture significantly increased more public engagement, indirectly enhanced brand awareness and positioning after it led to a flood of positive sentiments from Chinese citizens who were frustrated about not being able to leave their homes during the outbreak. Lost in Russia, Huanxi Media, ByteDance platform has become the talk of town in a good way, and this is how effective this intervention were. After analyzing the efforts and positive outcomes of this change and development of Huanxi x ByteDance, we confidently agree with this move of business change model and joint venture. It has bring nothing but benefits and better opportunities for both platforms. They have done right change, right decision, right strategy at the right time. Well, not sure if there's any better recommendation can be made, as we think they are very precise with what they did already, because in fact it is rumored that there is already a deal in place for phase 2 of the collaboration, which a new online cinema channel and agreement to co-invest and co-produce a host of film and TV content. To wrap up, Huanxi Media is the best example for weak uncertainty avoidance practice in HUSFIT 6 cultural dimension. Uncertainty avoidance can be defined as the extent to which organization felt threatened with unfamiliar situation and ambiguity. But in this case, proactive change that Huanxi Media has made has proved that the organization is very tolerable with unknown variable and unclear info. Well, in this fast-changing world, being flexible and agile is the key to sustain for a business. Change is supposed to be seen as a lifelong journey instead of a destination by an organization. Well, I think that's all for now. Thank you!
Wow, that is some very effective actions taken by Huanxi. True, Mr. Daniel. Thank you, Syuwaibah. Now, I think we need to wrap up this presentation. So, I will invite Miss Alia. Hello, Daniel. Hi, Alia. Can you help me, conclude our presentation and maybe tell the viewers what we can learn from this? Sure, Daniel. Alright, you can take the stage. Let's go!
What a very interesting explanation from my members. So here our last part is conclusion, as I would say that Huanxi Media is one of the organizations who affected with COVID-19 but able to cope and handle in their organization in an amazing way. The decision making that Huanxi makes to change their business model and JV with ByteDance that bring win-win situation to both of them. Apart of that, I gained something to learn from this case study. Number 1, responsive and agile. As Huanxi make the decision to change business model and JV with ByteDance, thus I learned that when the emergency situation happens, companies should have a meeting and brainstorm what is the solution to the problem immediately, or take action as soon as possible as the problem arises. Just like Huanxi, they saw, they decide, they react. That's agility. And number 2, accelerate digital transformation. Pursue an orthodox approach from physical to digital platform. With movie theater closed, the company struck a deal within 24 hours with ByteDance to live stream this movie and other content across its platform, earning Huanxi 91 million and netting film that 600 million views within 2 days. Generally, I get from the case study is our environment is the one time people resist to have online materials like digital newspaper and article or reviews to have a virtual meeting between team members. But nowadays, there are no more face-to-face interaction and everything held in a virtual approach. Number 3, formalize and enable remote activities. Due to COVID-19, everyone needs to stay at home. All the activities must be indoor and create new norms to some people who work from home. Students are in online distance learning and there are some business who use delivery. As Huanxi, they become the first who release movie in digital platform enabled to everyone can access it. Lastly, I learned that instead went to cinema to watch movie, people will live streaming on internet platforms and start to involve with Netflix. Also, I remember that how business organization advertising their brand and product were put on billboard near the highway, while this day advertising will be on social media like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, short video on YouTube, and everything become in cyberspace. So that's all from me and my members.
Thank you, Alia, for that conclusion. I really hope everyone learned something from Huanxi Media Group. Well, me too, Daniel. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Alright, I think we're done with our presentation. Guys, let's take a group photo. Sure. Where's Miss Syuwaibah? Here, okay. Right. Kecap. Thank you.